Sige, let us continue. Let me just give a summary. Group 1A na tayo ha, alkali metals. Number 1, they are called alkali metals because they produce alkaline solutions if added with water. Yung hydroxides nila will produce alkaline solutions. They are one of the most reactive metals or very active metals that we have sa periodic table, and then their activity increases with atomic number. The same thing with their alkalinity. So as you go down sa group, tumataas din yung pH ng solution. Okay? Nagiging mas alkaline pa siya. Yung kaibahan, yung kabaliktaran nito is the degree of solvation. When you say degree of solvation, yung ma-dissolve ba sila sa water. Okay? So, mag-decrease yung pag-dissolve nila sa water as you go down sa group. Meaning, yung mga nasa taas, lithium, sodium, potassium, ito yung mga madaling ma-dissolve sa water. Pero pag nagbaba ka na sa group, nag-increase na yung atomic number, hindi na sila basta-bastang nadi-dissolve sa water. So kagaya ng mga nasa ilalim, cesium, francium, rubidium, yun yung mahirap nang mag-dissolve sa water. So yan yung ibig sabihin ng degree of solvation decreases with increasing atomic number. Okay, so again, lahat sila positive 1 ang charge kasi meron silang 1 valence electron sa kanilang outermost shell. Now, let us start with the first element under group 1A, and that is hydrogen. So si hydrogen naman, the name hydrogen, actually dalawang word ito na pinagdugtong. Galing pa rin sa Greek words. So we have hydros first, which means water, syempre. And then genes means forming or forming. So kaya water forming ang ibig sabihin ng name na hydrogen. Now, other names of hydrogen, we have inflammable air or flammable air. Now, what else do you need to know? This is the lightest element. Lightest air kasi kanina yung, second lightest kanina yung helium. Syempre ito yung first. And industrially, ang gamit ni hydrogen, just like helium, this is used to inflate balloons. Kaya lang yung balloon na hindi voluntarily lumilipad. Okay? Sige. So, now we have isotopes of hydrogen. By the way, before tayo mag-discuss niyang isotopes na yan, let us define first what isotope is. Pag sinabing isotope, ito yung tandaan nyo. Number 1, same element. Meaning yan, pag same ang element, same yan sila ng number of protons. Okay, pag sinabi kong same element sila, meaning nun, same sila ng number of protons. Ano yung different? So kung same element, meaning hydrogen silang lahat. Pero, ang difference nila is on the, wait lang, sulat ko, number of neutrons. Which means, different, let me write the different first. Para makopyan nyo siya. So, same sila na element pero different ang number of neutrons nila. Which means, mag-equal yan siya, different yung kanilang atomic weight. Kasi diba, si atomic weight is the sum of the number of protons and the neutrons. So since iba yung neutron nila, syempre mag-iiba yung kanilang atomic weight. Okay? So meaning, itong nakalista dito, protium, deuterium, tritium, lahat yan sila hydrogen. Kasi nga isotopes of hydrogen yan. Parehas sila ng protons, isa. Isa ang protons nila. Kaya lang, hindi sila parehas ng neutron. So let me write sa screen si protium, si deuterium, and then si tritium. Again, sabi ko kanina, parehas sila ng number of protons. So, tag-iisa sila, meaning same element sila. Ang hindi sila magkapareho yung number of neutrons. Si protium kasi, wala siyang neutron. Ito talaga yung tinatawag natin na hydrogen. Okay? Yung ginagawang water, for example. And then, deuterium naman, meron siyang isang neutron. So actually, deuterium is known as the heavy hydrogen. Heavy hydrogen siya. Kasi meron siyang isang neutron. So yung atomic mass pala nila, ilagay ko dito ha, this is 1. Ito, 2 na siya. Kasi di ba ina-add natin for atomic mass, number of protons plus number of neutrons. Okay? Now, pwede din siyang maging water. Actually, we have an existing B2O. And that is called the heavy water. And we can see this sa deep sea level na. Meron talagang B2O. And we can consume a little amount of this. But according to studies, if you are going to consume a lot of the heavy water, the D2O, magiging toxic na siya. So again, makikita natin siya sa deep sea level na. D2O siya. It's an isotope of hydrogen called deuterium. Yung ikatatlo, the tritium, meron naman siyang dalawang neutron, sorry. That is why yung atomic mass niya is 3. So yan yung isotope ha. Meaning ng isotope, pareha sila lahat ng number of protons. Magkaiba sila ng number of neutrons and therefore, magiging magkaiba din ang kanilang atomic mass. So si tritium naman is radioactive. If you hear the word radioactive, that means nag-e-emit yan ng radiation. Okay? Again, nag-e-emit yan ng radiation. So this is the radioactive form of hydrogen. Okay? Questions or clarifications? Let me know if meron dyang hindi naintindihan. If we want to obtain 99.9% pure na hydrogen, the process is this one. Let me write it sa screen kasi medyo mahaba. This is the process ha. Okay, message means process. That's the process we use to obtain a very pure hydrogen, 99.9%. Okay, you may copy that one. And then, if you have questions, you may send your questions na sa chat or you may unmute your microphone. Sige, clear ko na ha. And then let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so let's move on to the compounds of hydrogen. Sabi ko kanina, we will not just be discussing the elements. We will also discuss their corresponding compounds, I mean. Okay, so number 1 here is the hydrogen sulfate. So actually, hydrogen sulfate is not really a compound but a polyatomic ion. So pag sinabing polyatomic ion, it is an ion na maraming atoms. So hindi lang isa, hindi siya kagaya ng mga monoatoms natin like sodium, ganon. Isang atom lang yan siya. Pag sinabing polyatomic, ayan, marami sila. You have hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. But this time, meron siyang charge. Yung compound kasi class, walang charge. Kagaya nito, H2S, wala siyang charge. Pag meron siyang charge, we call that polyatomic ion. So other name of our hydrogen sulfate is bisulfate. Okay, bisulfate yan siya. But actually, hydrogen sulfate comes from sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Ito yung compound. The sulfuric acid is the compound. If you're going to ionize or degrade or separate the ions here in the sulfuric acid, that's the time we get the hydrogen sulfate. Okay? So other name, itong oil of vitriol, the dipping acid, and the matting acid, other names yan siya ng sulfuric acid. Okay? Again, other names yan ng sulfuric acid. Okay? Now, number 2, this is a polyatomic ion. This is the compound. This is another one. Another compound, the hydrogen sulfide or H2S. So, ano naman ito? Si hydrogen sulfide, if we dissolve this in water, we will get another compound called hydrosulfuric acid or sulfhydric acid, which is a weak acid. And we have a lot of use or applications of this acid sa ating laboratory. Actually, yung hydrogen sulfide, meron yan doon sa activity 6 ninyo. I just don't know if you're done with that. Pero maraming steps doon na you need to saturate the ions with hydrogen sulfide. Okay? Kung walang hydrogen sulfide sa laboratory, we have a process to produce this one using 10% tayo acetamide. Anyway, marami yan siyang uses for identification of ions in the laboratory. And then we also have hydrogen peroxide, or this is what we know as agua oxigenada. So, ang chemical formula neto, H2O2. And then, ano ba gamit ni hydrogen peroxide? This is used as antiseptic. Okay? Before we'll move on, let's differentiate the term antiseptic and disinfectant first para alam nyo kung kailan nyo siya gamitin. Kasi we tend to interchange these words. Yung pareha nila is pareha silang they are able to kill or prevent the growth of microorganisms. When I say microorganisms, that include bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and other pa na mga maliliit na organisms. So both antiseptic and disinfectant are able to kill or prevent the growth of microorganisms. However, ano yung difference nila? Antiseptic is used for living things or living tissues. So for example, betadine. Pag nagkasugat ka, nilalagyan ng betadine. So betadine is antiseptic. Okay? Kasi sa living tissues siya nilalagay. Now, pag sinabi kasing disinfectant, ginagamit ito sa mali yung sinulat ko, inanimate objects. Meaning, sa mga non-living things. Kagaya ng Lysol. Pag naglinis ka, for example, ng table mo, and then you will use Lysol. So, Lysol is a disinfectant. Kung merong mga bacteria, may fungi dyan sa desk mo or sa table mo, pwede siyang mamatay if you apply Lysol. Okay, so that's the difference between antiseptic and disinfectant. So a lot of disinfectant should not be used as antiseptic kasi hindi siya pwede sa living tissues. For example, Zonrox or yung Clorox natin, that is actually a disinfectant but you cannot use it as an antiseptic. Hindi mo pwedeng kung nagkasugat ka, lagyan mo siya ng Clorox or Zonrox. Hindi yun siya pwede. Masyadong painful yun and corrosive kasi yung ating Zonrox or yung ating Clorox. Okay? Pero we have also chemicals that can be both antiseptic and disinfectant. Example of that is alcohol. Diba? We can use alcohol. Example, we want to clean our hands. That's antiseptic. Okay? But we may also use alcohol if we want to clean our tables, our desk, etc. So both yun siya antiseptic and disinfectant. I hope you understood the meaning of this two, but please take note that hydrogen peroxide or the agua oxigenada is an antiseptic. Okay? So this works through the release of oxygen. Magre-release ito siya, di ba, H2O2. Magre-release yan siya ng oxygen. I don't know if you have tried this one. Pag meron kayong sugat, lagyan nyo siya ng agwa oxinada, di ba, magbula-bula siya. That is an indication na nag-release na siya ng oxygen. So, paano namatay ang bacteria? Meron kasi tayong bacteria class na tinatawag na aerobe and anaerobe. Pag aerobe kasi, they need oxygen to survive. Okay? Kailangan nila ng oxygen to survive yung mga bacteria na yan. Pero meron din tayong anaerobes na namamatay in the presence of oxygen. So they die in the presence of oxygen. So example of that, this bacteria. Let me write it sa screen. Clostridium tetani. The one that causes tetanus. Okay? Yung nagkukos ng tetanus, hindi taya na lansang, dili na taya na screen. It's a bacteria na nasa soil. Now, itong bacteria na kasi ito, anaerobe yan, gusto niyan no, yung place na walang oxygen. Now, most of the time kasi pag example, matunog ka og lansang, malalim kasi ang sugat niyan. And then sa pinakailalim niyang sugat na yan, kulang kasi ang oxygen doon. Kaya gusto ng Clostridium tetani. Kaya that is the reason why na dapat ipadugo siya, ka, diba? What is in the blood? It's oxygen. And then hugasan mo siya ng maayos. And then you may use agua oxigenada para merong oxygen doon. Okay? So again, pag meron ng oxygen, hindi yan gusto ng Clostridium tetani. Pwede man. Later, I'll change that one. Okay? Any question or clarification? Wala. And then, sige. The last one, last na ito, and then the next will be, ano na, lithium. So, hydrogen chloride, or this is what we call hydrochloric acid. So, number one, hydrochloric acid is our gastric juice. Yan yung gastric acid natin. So, very acidic yung stomach. Yung pH niya pwedeng bumaba up to 2. Okay? So that's how acidic our stomach is kasi nga nagpo-produce tayo ng sarili nating acid. And that is hydrochloric acid. Now, other than that, hydrochloric acid is also known as muriatic acid. So the same acid that we use if we want to clean our CR, our bathroom. Pero yung muriatic acid na ginagamit sa CR is actually a diluted one. It's called muriatic acid. And then sa laboratory, we have a lot of laboratory procedures na gumagamit din ng HCl. So sa activity 6, actually, ang first na reagent doon is HCl, the hydrochloric acid. And then we have other names of hydrochloric acid. We have spirit of salt and the salt acid. Okay? So yan yung last for the hydrogen. Ang next na niyan is yung kasunod, lithium. Do you have questions before tayo mag-move on sa ating lithium? Ano? Wait, let me check. Nag-release si Dean. Oh. Schedule sa exam. 。 Sige, walang question ha. So let us move on. Sobraan. Okay. So next, we have the lithium. So si lithium naman, I'll just write na lang sa screen. Si lithium, yung word na lithium comes from the Greek word lithos, which means earth. Yan yung meaning yan. Lithos means earth. Okay? So take note, this is our lightest metal. Our lightest element is hydrogen, but when you say metal, it's the lithium. Okay? Now sa industry, we use lithium as heat exchanger sa ating mga air conditioners. Makikita din natin ito sa ating mga chargers, sa mga batteries. Okay? Kaya mahirap yung mga batteries natin. We don't consume that one ha. Kaya meron yan siyang lithium, and this one is a toxic also na substance. Okay? Now, among our alkaline metals, this one is actually the most reactive. In your laboratory, di ba, you have activity number 4, that's types of chemical reactions. And then, sa types of chemical reactions, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na single replacement. So, sa single replacement, before yan mapalitan ang isang element, kailangan mo tingnan muna ang activity series of metal. Are you done with activity number 5? Okay. Meron tayong activity series of metal, and makikita nyo doon, I think I have sent that one sa ating GC. Nasa unahan doon ang lithium, meaning siya yung pinaka-reactive among our metals. Now, another one that you need to know about lithium, this is the only alkaline metal that melts above the boiling point of water. So, di ba, boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Ito siya, magme-melt siya above this pa. Okay? Yan yung mga things that you need to know about lithium. Now, moving on, ano ba gamit ng lithium? Pharmaceutical na naman kasi tapos na tayo sa industrial kanina. Pharmacologically, our lithium is used as a depressant. Again, it's a depressant, maka-depress. Depress sa ating CNS and sa functions ng ating cells sa body. So, sa CNS, it is actually a depressant, especially for patient with bipolar disorder. Si bipolar disorder, hindi ito yung nagmo-mood swing. Kasi 'di ba, for example, us girls, if like time of the month, merong mood swings na nangyayari. Yung happy ka ngayon, tapos sad ka na later, that's like mood swings. O kaya galit ka na later. Si bipolar kasi, it's really a mental disorder, and meron siyang dalawang phases. So meron siyang depressive na phase, clinically dinadiagnose ito. And then meron siyang mania na phase. So, syempre, itong depressive phase na ito, as the name itself, depressive phase, ito yung phase where the person is really depressed. So, clinically depressed siya. Kasi lahat naman tayo, meron tayong episodes or like experience sa life na we are sad, ganon. Pero sad lang, hindi clinical depression. Ito sa kanila, clinical depression talaga. And then, meron silang tendency to change phase, and then the other phase is the other way around. It's called mania. It's also a mental disorder wherein the patient has periods of grabe na excitement, great excitement, a feeling of like euphoria. Mura silang naa sa cloud 9. They are as in overly excited, and then pwede din silang very aggressive, and then overactive, ganon. And then meron din silang delusions. So, like, it's a psychotic disorder actually. So, pag sinabing delusions class, ito yung belief na sila lang ang nagtuo I hope na-gets ninyo to. Now, for example, nagtuo kag ikay pinakagwapa sa inyong room. Pero ikaw na nagtuo ato. Ang tawagan na delusion. Ha? Meron silang ganon for mania. Okay? Now, etong lithium is actually a drug here. Para siya sa mania. Kaya may nakalagay siya, depressant siya. Kasi pag tinreat mo itong mania, pwedeng mag-shift into like here, depression, yung ating patient. So again, yan yung gamit ng ating lithium. But aside from that, it can also be used as a diuretic. Pag sinabing diuretic, it can increase urine volume, pampadami ng ihi. So meron tayong mga conditions na kailangan ipaihi ang patient. Example, yung may mga edema kung sa Bisaya hupong, kung sa Tagalog manas. Yung may mga water accumulation sa body, yung may mga sakit sa kidney or may sakit sa heart, 'di ba? Nag-accumulate ang water, example sa ilahang tiil, magpupong, magmanas. Yan, pwede siya bigyan ng diuretic para ilabas yung excess na water. So, via the urine, syempre, so pampadami ng urine. We call that diuretic. Okay? So, ito yung dalawang gamit ng ating lithium. Now, how about the compounds of our lithium? Siyempre, si lithium, nasabi ko na kanina, depressant siya. Okay? Depressant. Especially the lithium bromide. Si bromide dyan yung actually depressive din aside sa lithium. Pero, board exam question, ito. Ito yung board exam question. Yung drug of choice talaga natin for mania is lithium carbonate. Pag meron tayong bipolar na patient, tapos nasa mania phase siya, grabe siya kataas, iyahang activity, iyahang aggression, taas tanan, euphoria, we give lithium carbonate. So in the market, pag pharmacist na kayo, pohon, you will see this one. Ito ha, that is the brand name, Escalate R. R means registered. Registered brand name niya si Escalate. But aside from that, we also have Kilonium R. This is another brand for our lithium carbonate. Okay? Questions? Wala. Kasi that is the last thing about lithium. Yung noble gases, konti lang yon. Wala din silang compounds, right? Kasi nga noble gases sila. Si hydrogen and si lithium, wala masyado tayong discuss. Except for sulfuric acid, for hydrochloric acid. Si lithium, dalawa lang ito, lithium bromide and lithium carbonate. But that's the end. Pero pag mag-start na tayo ng sodium, murag ikirig na tayo sa kadaghan. Question sa before tayo mag-start with our sodium. And I'm running out of time again. So this will be cut again. And then please just go back. Then we will utilize this same link after. Okay? Wala. Sure na ni sila nga to. Tingali niya akong mga istorya diri sa Zoom. Sure na na ha. Pantay lang mo kay a lot of you kailangan ba magbawi sa midterm. Na-release naman na yung grades. If you have questions, sa face-to-face lang, mahirapan ako mag-explain sa sa chat. During the exam week, you may approach me. Or next week, meron pa pala tayong meeting next week, no? Next week. Sa meeting natin, I'll show you your grades if you're unable to see it. The lithium is an element. So, wala kasi tayong lithium na element lang na pinapainom. So, naka-compound talaga yan siya in the form of lithium bromide. The lithium itself is a depressant. But then again, wala tayong lithium na pure element na pinapainom. So again, naka-compound siya. That is the lithium bromide. Okay? Wala na? So let us start with sodium. Si sodium naman, 'di ba yung kanyang symbol is Na? It actually comes from the Greek word natrium, which means nature. Okay? Nature, yan yung ibig sabihin ng sodium. Now, what are the things you need to know about sodium? Number one, this is the most abundant extracellular cation. What do you mean by this? Cation, meaning ion siya, it's a positively charged. Okay? And then, most abundant, ni-red na palagi ni red. Extracellular. Extracellular means outside the cell. Okay? So, most abundant yan ha, pinakamaraming cation sa labas ng cell. So, meron actually tayong ginagamit neto na mnemonics. Ito. Mag-piso ka. Mag means magnesium, potassium, in. So, in ha, in. Meaning si magnesium and potassium is found inside the cell. Okay? But between the two, ang pinaka-abundant itong potassium. Okay? Si potassium ang marami among our cations inside the cell. Now, this time naman, sodium, calcium, out. So, si sodium and si calcium ang makikita natin outside the cell. But among the two, it's the sodium na pinakamarami. Okay, so you may utilize this one. Magpiso ka. Okay, now what else? Take note of this. This is responsible for fluid retention. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Ganito, kung nasaan si sodium, susunod si water. So, for example, nag-consume ka ng food na maraming sodium. Pag na-consume mo yan, syempre, saan yan pupunta? Sa gastrointestinal tract, sa intestine, pag kinain mo. Now, after the intestine, maa-absorb yan. Pag na-absorb yan, pupunta yan siya sa blood. Okay? So, for example, this is your blood vessel. Si sodium mapupunta dito sa blood natin. This is the blood vessel. Okay? And then, sabi ko kanina, kung nasan si sodium, susunod si water. So, yung mga water class sa body mo and sa mga cells mo, pupunta yan dito. Okay? Kung nasaan si sodium. Actually, in the laboratory or sa science, we call that osmosis. Yan yung movement ng water from a region of lower solute concentration to higher. Kasi lower dito sa labas, nandito kasi si sodium. So, higher solute concentration. Pupunta si water dyan. Now, ang tendency, what will happen? Pag sumunod si water, syempre, yung blood mo dadami. Tataas ang volume. And, consequently, tataas ang blood pressure. So that explains now bakit if a person is hypertensive, kailangan i-limit or i-control ang consumption ng sodium. Again, kasi mas makakapataas pa yan ng blood pressure. This is the reason. Dadami yung water. Dadami yung water sa blood, tataas yung volume. Pag mataas kasi yung volume, syempre, if hindi niyo siya ma-picture out, example, nagdilig mo, kanayin yung host magdilig og water, di ba pag i-increase mo yung water input, pag pakusgan nimo imuhang gripo, you can really feel the pressure increasing. The blood pressure is actually the pressure exerted by the blood when it flows to the in the blood vessel, in the arteries. Mag-exert yan siya ng pressure para maka-flow siya. Now, kung marami masyado ang volume ng blood mo, syempre tataas din ang pressure niyan. Okay? And then, hindi kasi ito basta-bastang nalalabas, hindi basta-bastang naiihi. Kasi nga, sumasama siya doon sa sodium. So, may mga consequences na yan siya. Pag mataas ang BP, may consequences na yan siya. Pwedeng masira yung heart. Pwedeng masira din ang kidneys. So, pag nasira ang heart, nasira ang kidneys, meron tayong symptoms like edema. Nasabi ko na to kanina, yung nagmamanas or sa Bisaya, nagahupong. Sa sobrang dami na ng water inside the body, hindi siya na-excrete, nare-retain kasi siya kaya may nakalagay dyan, responsible for fluid retention. Nare-retain siya inside the body, and then again, hindi siya basta-bastang na-excrete, hindi lang siya sa blood magsistay. Because of the too much pressure, mapupush out actually ang water into the tissues. So, pag napunta siya sa tissues, yun na mag-accumulate siya doon. Example, sa paa, ma-accumulate doon yung water. So, kaya maghupong na siya or mag-edema na. Okay? So, yan yung problem natin with too much sodium. Kailangan siya with caution yung pag-intake kasi may involvement siya sa heart, cardiac, and renal na mga diseases or conditions natin. Okay? Now, kung sa pharmaceutical na side naman, kapag gumagawa tayo ng drug, sodium is actually the choice to optimize pharmaceutical utility of organic medicaments. Pag ginagawa yung mga organic substances natin, nilalagyan siya ng sodium para mabuo yung drug. So, pag nag-work na kayo, puhon ha, sa butika, you will see a lot of drugs na merong sodium sa name. Okay? Example of that is sodium ascorbate. 'Di ba? The ascorbic acid or yung vitamin C natin, meron na tayo ngayong sodium ascorbate. Okay? The use of the ascorbic acid that has been optimized due to the addition of sodium. Okay? Kasi yung ascorbic acid kasi masyadong acidic siya, so it can add up to the acidity of our stomach. And mahapdi siya sa tiyan. Kaya siya ginawang sodium ascorbate. Sige. Questions or clarifications regarding this one? Kasi ang next neto, compounds na ng sodium, and class daghan kaayo ang